Welcome to the Canine and Feline Behaviour Association. My name is Colin Tennant, the Chairman. I wish to give you a guide and an overview of what's involved in being a canine or feline behaviour practitioner in this organisation. It is open to all people of all ages, but especially those people with good life skills. In other words, dealing with people. It is a rewarding profession in more ways than one, offering a fantastic career prospects. No doubt, passion should be the basis for one wanting to enter this new career. A professional practitioner needs to understand the specific breed traits of cats and dogs and how these complex animals work in society with their pet owners. The feline discipline is mainly psychologically driven, having a good understanding of what makes cats tick. The feline discipline is primarily psychologically driven, and such knowledge of the species is essential. This is addressed later in this film. In contrast to cats, dogs are a pack-orientated animal, hence why they're so popular in Britain today. They love being around people. However, they too bring with them specific species behaviour, and as such, this in itself can bring problem behaviours when we don't fully understand what makes dogs tick. However, for most dog owners, they are a joy. We should all enjoy dogs. Dogs also need a formal education, and quite a strict education of training. They understand through obedience what they can and what they can't do. Dogs come under the law, the criminal law, especially the new Dangerous Dogs Act. Therefore, dogs and you as owners are responsible in public places. A dog cannot be allowed just to do as it wants, run across roads, perhaps cause accidents. You need to control a dog. Therefore, obedience training is critical to the dog's early development. Understanding this as a practitioner is important. Although as practitioners we want to teach people to understand the dog's mind, the pack instinct, and how dogs interact with us, equally as important is the dog training. We need to understand the inherited drives that dogs bring into your home, and separately the different individual breed drives. Dog breeds have modified how dogs think, their mind. So a breed like a husky is very different to that of a basset hound. They are the same species, but they act in very different ways due to how they've been bred over hundreds of years. The practitioner needs to have a level of accredited academic study combined with vocational experience to be proficient and obtain a great knowledge of breed-specific behaviours. However, many applicants bring to the CFBA quantitative experience, which we call vocational training. This too is valued and considered by a new applicant for the CFBA, whether that be feline behaviour or canine. Many applicants feel that understanding dog behaviour is all that they need to become a good practitioner. That's simply not enough. You have to be competent at training dogs and managing them. Let me give you an example. Aggression is the most common problem presented to canine behaviourists. So if you have a dog that's dog-on-dog aggression in public places or dog-on-person aggression, eventually, when the modification programs are implemented, you will have to take the client in such places. The client will look to you for direction. They want you to lead by example. The ability to intercede quickly when things are starting to go wrong. This is the real world of dog behaviour. You are in charge. And when you lead by example and the client sees you take their dog and control it with strict obedience and bring that dog into order, and the dog still has a happy temperament and is learning fast, then the client's confidence improves. They see that you can do it. That is not the same as you telling them what to do in a written report. That's the real world linked to dog behaviour and psychology. Experience in learning the handling skills of dogs is vital. Therefore, vocational knowledge is most important. Only when one has handled and managed the most aggressive dogs with serious behaviour problems and in quantity can you gain knowledge which is the foundation of this profession. If you cannot train or handle a dog that displays aggression to dogs and or people, how can you hope to lead by example? In essence, the most successful practitioners are the ones that do lead by example. The public, your clients, are always impressed when they see you get results. There is a risk in this profession. We have strict laws on dog behaviour, which makes our job more difficult when we're trying to rehabilitate dogs. We have to expose these dogs eventually, whatever training and behaviour programme they've been on, to the real world if we want these dogs to live in that environment. So there is risk. The way practitioners work varies a great deal depending on where their practice is located, the part of the country. Practitioners who work in cities will probably have slightly different systems and protocol to those who live in the country. Pet owners will often contact their veterinarian for a referral to see a Cfba full member. And this is mandatory for pet insurance cases. Many owners contact you through recommendation, and that is a good sign of your success and professionalism. Once you've received a referral from a veterinary surgeon, the client will normally come to your centre if you have one. However, some practitioners work from home and only do home visits. The client explains the problem that they're presenting to you in detail. This we term information gathering, trying to collate all the facts together of the problem presented to you. And once you've made the notes and the owner has presented their dog's problems to you in the way they want, they then will ask you to diagnose what you think is wrong with their dog or why their dog is exhibiting the behaviour it does. Now, these can be straightforward or very complex. The time allowed can vary between 1.5 and 3 hours. The average is about 2 hours. That again, the client sees you giving them first-hand advice on what equipment to use. It may be a head collar. It may be other equipment that you're suggesting they use in the home, like an indoor cage. Whatever equipment you want them to use, it is for you to set this down subsequently in a report. You may need to also demonstrate how to handle a difficult dog in a difficult situation. And when their dog becomes aggressive, you will often need stooge dogs to work with, so the client can actually see what you're doing. It is virtually impossible for a client to understand what you're conveying from writing alone. In the thousands of consultations I've conducted, in each case where I show calming a dog down, the dog is aggressive, it's on its back legs, it's barking, it's aggressive. This is the norm for this dog with the client. If they can see me reduce this in 10 or 20 minutes, by calmly showing them techniques, what to notice, when to intervene, when not to intervene, what equipment to use, that gives the clients great confidence that they too can achieve what the expert's achieving. This is how we learn. It's very important. Once the consultation is concluded, it's for you to explain to the client whether they will need to see you again, how that works, that they will receive a full written report explaining all that you've heard from them and your opinion of how they can solve their dog's problems. Once you set down the programs you want the client to follow in your report, and from the demonstrations they've seen, you do need to keep in contact with the client Now this can be by email or by phone. It's very important to maintain that contact. Feline consultations, by contrast, can be very different. Most cats do not travel well, so feline consultations generally take place in the pet owner's home. This is the best place to see a cat. However, on occasion, there may be a reason why you want to see a cat at your centre. The Canine and Feline Behaviour Association, through its sister organisation, the Cambridge Institute of Dog Behaviour and Training and Pet Behaviour generally, in this section you can find out what such a career has to offer, plus learning about the routes available to work, education and specific training courses that are available through accredited modules in the Cambridge Institute. We offer courses in canine behaviour and psychology. These also have workshops of 1, 2 or 4 days, and these are held each year in the United Kingdom. Many of our courses are distance learning, so people can learn at home in their own time and at their own pace. We are inclusive. We want people to be able to study and in a relaxed way. We pride ourselves in having the best tutors in Britain in canine training, behaviour and psychology and feline psychology. All our tutors have to have a minimum of between 5 and 10 years full-time experience in the field. Go online for study choices and how to apply for a new career in either canine or feline behaviour. The Canine and Behaviour Association is a fantastic, modern, cutting-edge organisation. If you want to develop a career as a practitioner, do look at our website and all our courses. I wish you well in all your endeavours, whatever you choose.
Dogs deserve to have people who know what they're talking about, especially if they call themselves trainers and behaviourists. The Cambridge Institute provides that knowledge, which is the essential starting point for fair and balanced dog training. So that means qualified people, people who've studied and people who've been instructed by those who know. People who accept that dogs are hierarchical animals, that they have a sense of fairness, and they also need payoffs, pleasure and rewards, and they need penalties when they behave badly. That balanced approach to dog training is one of the key marks that you'll learn at the Cambridge Institute. And that is my mantra.
Okay, my name's Jo Croft, and my background, my career in dog behaviour started at the age of 11 when I started a small dog walking business. That catapulted me into wanting to be a veterinary nurse, a career which I did for 17 years in total. Towards the end of that career, I looked into doing dog behaviour classes and dealing with dog aggression cases in practice. And from there I decided that I wanted to look at cases in a bit more detail and work on a one-to-one basis with clients. So during my veterinary nursing career, I was heavily into dog behaviour and decided I wanted to increase my academic knowledge in this field. So I sourced several courses with the Cambridge Institute of Dog Behaviour and Training and went about booking on their workshops and doing their theoretical work. One of the big things in practice that we deal with was dog-to-dog aggression. One of the workshops that I did was dog-to-dog aggression, as it was something that was quite important within my field of work at the time. Within the workshop, we worked with live dogs, we were all questioned on our ability, and we were given strong guidance by the instructors at the time. We were given real-life examples of case studies to deal with and put in front of the case to question the owner, make an assessment, and then set behaviour modification programmes. The instructors on the course watched us do this and talked us through the necessary requirements for achieving a positive result. The clients, as a result afterwards, were then monitored throughout to understand how our behaviour programmes worked in practice and in real life.
I'm a primary school teacher and I've been studying with the Cambridge Institute of Dog Training and Behaviour. I've always been interested in dogs, worked a lot with rescue dogs, had a lot of dogs of my own, which led me to want to study, broaden my theory and work alongside trainers and move into that sort of career. So it's something I do alongside my teaching job. I've done the aggression courses to date and I'm continuing my professional development. In the workshops you meet people from diverse backgrounds, which is really interesting. At the last one I attended, I met somebody from the Wolf Trust, a police dog handler, pet dog trainers, and it's interesting to come together and share your viewpoints and your experience and have an opportunity. Sometimes dog training is quite isolated and you feel a bit like an island operating on your own. So it's nice to meet with people from your sector and share all your ideas and experience. On the dog-on-dog aggression, we looked at the different causes of aggression, why dogs react the way they do, and how best to help owners and dogs overcome the situation. There's a really important human element in this because it's very distressing for people to watch their dogs engaging in fights with other dogs. It's very dramatic and it's very scary. So it's useful to sort of understand the owner perspective as well as the dog perspective. And in contrast, with the dog-on-people aggression, you have to be much more aware of the legal ramifications of owning an aggressive dog. So the course covers that. It also covers the causes and possible solutions for dog-on-people aggression. And again, it's a sort of covers all the different angles that you need to be able to take those cases on, as well as give you safety tips and the confidence to be able to address what is probably the most challenging situations you'll be faced with. Outside of my teaching job, about 18 months ago I contacted a gun dog trainer because I'm particularly interested in gun dog training, called James Rivell, who took me on in a sort of a mentor role. We started together to do one-to-ones and I assisted, and from there I grew into doing my own classes, running small groups and doing behaviour, basic training and gun dog training.
My name is Christina and I'm originally from Latvia. I came to UK 12 years ago now and I work as a dog trainer and behaviourist at the moment. I got involved with dogs in my early childhood where I was brought up in a farm surrounding with loads of German Shepherds, farm dogs, working dogs. So when I came to UK, I felt deep passion for dogs and I was looking to get involved with dog training and behaviour. It comes from a passion. At the moment I work as a dog trainer one-to-one with the customers at their houses, in their parks, and also I do dog behaviour consultations for behaviour problems at clients' homes. I really like Cambridge Institute. Tutors are really friendly, helpful, and courses are written in a really good way, so it's easy to work through them. It's really easy to understand what you need to do to achieve your qualifications, so I really enjoy it. Workshops are joyful, fun, educational, really enjoy it. Attending workshops, you have opportunity to meet people that are passionate about dogs and work in the dog training and behaviour as well. So you build your network throughout the workshops whilst learning. I've currently I'm working for Dog Training and Behaviour Diploma, which is recognised by Pet Education Training and Behaviour Council. I'm a member of Guilds of Dog Trainers Association, so potential customers can find me through their website. Also, I have my own website where potential customers can find my services and contact me through there. I enjoyed the courses with Cambridge Institute of Dog Training and Behaviour very much. And the reason for this is because the courses are very well organised. You know a clear deadlines and understanding of what is requested of you. And also I'm extremely passionate about dogs, so that helps me to get through the courses.